Hey, so we are here at the end of the coastal trail at Lake Superior Provincial Park. We just got dropped off by our shuttle driver to the Agawa Bay campsite. We're gonna walk up to Devil's Chair and then come back and start the trail southbound. So let's get started. So we've been walking for the last half an hour, basically through solid raspberry bushes. Just far as the eye can see, really wet, soggy, overgrown raspberry bushes. Does not make this part of the trail very much fun. So we just slogged through 7 kilometers of wet muck and shrubs and raspberry bushes to get to the lookout spot for Devil's Chair, and this is it. It's basically just a dead end on a trail. You have to look through a couple of trees to be able to see Devil's Chair back and over there, and that is it. To be perfectly honest, not worth it. Not worth it at all. Rain, no rain, doesn't matter. Yeah, we're not too pleased at this point. So now we're at the official end of the trail and we have 65 kilometers to walk back. Hopefully it gets better from here, but at the moment we're not really impressed. So in the interest of doing our due diligence to see where the best spot to view Devil's Chair is, we decided to backtrack and we came to the spot where the last tent site is. And as you can see, you have a much better view of a Devil's Chair from here than you do from the supposed lookout that we went to originally. So when you come here, don't expect trail markers, expect an overgrown trail, and do not go do the lookout. Come straight to the very last campsite where you will get a very nice clear view of the Devil's Chair rock formation. So we made it to Warp Bay yesterday. We were going to try and go all the way back to Agawa Bay, but we decided to stay at Warp Bay for a couple reasons. One, there was an open campsite and the lady at the desk in the visitor center said that if you find an open campsite by 3 p.m. you should take it, otherwise you might not find one. So we decided to do that, and then it was also raining, and it was raining kind of off and on, so we wanted to put the tent up in one of the off moments because we were expecting thunderstorms last night. We heard a bunch of thunder, didn't get any thunderstorms. It rained a little bit overnight, but we woke up to a beautiful, sunny, clear day. So we're hoping to make it to Rhyolite Cove or just beyond Rhyolite Cove. We've got 5 to Agawa Bay, and then from Agawa Bay to Orphan Lake, it's supposed to be 20. So somewhere between Rhyolite Cove and Orphan Lake, that would be ideal. So we're almost ready. We're gonna hit the trail in just a couple minutes. So we made it to Rhyolite Cove from Warp Bay. We left the Gargantua starting point at about 10 o'clock. It's now 1 o'clock, so it took us about 3 hours to get here. It was a pretty intense 3 hours. We are starving and we are thirsty, so we are gonna have a nice long lunch break. Alright, well, we'll just keep going until we find one. Okay, so we decided to stop about 2 kilometers before Beatty Cove. We're at this Pebble Beach campsite, but we are tired. That was a big day for us, and we've got another big day tomorrow. So we'll see how far we get tomorrow, but for tonight we're camping just 2 kilometers from Beatty Cove. Very neat. It's very cool. So we came out over that mountain and came out down there, and then we've walked this whole beach to here, and then we're gonna keep on going. Hey, so we just finished approximately 19 kilometers to get to Robertson Cove tonight, and we are so glad we walked the extra few K to get here. One, we got a site by ourselves, which we didn't think we were going to get, but also it's just gorgeous beach, and this beach leads to like its own little island, which is amazing. So we are going to get some water, get the tent set up, and then I completely plan on swimming and enjoying this beach while we have it. Good morning. We are leaving Robertson Cove and we are heading to Sinclair Cove, hopefully, or just beyond that. We did end up having some neighbors late last night, but they were all very nice, and it was nice to talk to some other people for a change. So anyway, we've got at least 14 to do today, and we'll see how it goes. We're walking along this beach, and we've got some really cool purple sand happening. Hey, so we've come to the sand, where the Sand River is at Chalfant Cove. Now you're supposed to go, I think, up to the waterfall and then cross and come back down, but it's not very deep. So I think Jeremy and I are just going to ford the river and then keep on going along the beach.
Walk right by that rock here.
Oh, whoops.
I guess I did.
All the way down you go.
What's that?
All the way down you go.
Couldn't make it any easier, could they?
It's the fun and easy.
Because that way you can go home and have a hamburger.
I would like to go home and have a hamburger.
Or a tomato.
Nah.
With bacon.
Meh.
You probably just want to have big tubs of ice cream.
Yes, I do.
Chocolate. Chocolate. of trekking poles.
Hey, so we got to Sinclair and somehow we missed the campsite. Apparently it's on a little side trail that is not marked. So we took a break and we are going to keep going to Agawa Point, which should be only 2 kilometers from here, and then we're going to call it a day. Hey, so we got to the area with the pictograms on the rocks, and the sign says Coastal Trail, follow the little blue hiker sign. Do not follow the little blue hiker sign because that leads you down the trail of the pictographs, which I'm sure you're going to want to see. But the problem is that trail does not match up with the coastal trail. You do have to backtrack. And then you have to go up a closed stairwell towards the parking area and then find the coastal trail on your left. It's not very well marked. So just be aware that when you come here that the pictograph area is probably going to cause you a few problems.
Are you sure? Wow.
Hey, so we left our horrible campsite about an hour and a half ago. And then on our way through, just stopped to talk to a couple of hikers that we had been talking to kind of along the trail. Shout out to Chris and Josh from Kingston. So the first hour and 15 minutes or so is really tough. But after that, it seems to be pretty smooth going. We've just passed the last 4 campsites and are heading up to the bridge over the Agawa River. And we're in the home stretch. So we'll see you when it's done. Hey, so we just made it back to Visitor Center. So we are done the coastal trail in Lake Superior Provincial Park. I'm going to do a video, if you want more information on this trail, I'm going to do a kind of a trail overview video, so make sure you check that out because there's a lot of things you need to know about this trail before you decide to take it on. Other than that, we did this in 5 days, 4 nights, and we're heading to the car now to get some things to celebrate. See you later.